Skills Training Videos welcomes you to our series on general safety in the workplace. In any industry, numerous potential hazards exist. It's therefore your responsibility to take all reasonable care to ensure your own safety and the safety of those around you by adhering strictly to health and safety rules and procedures laid down by your company. The training objective of this video is to give you basic knowledge to identify and on how to respond correctly to the safety signs you will most likely encounter in your workplace. There are 5 different types of signs. Green signs provide you with basic information. Blue signs instruct you to take some form of compulsory action and indicate which personal protective equipment you must wear. Circular or red circle signs. These prohibit you from doing something such as entering unauthorized or hazardous areas. Yellow and black signs provide warning of a local hazard or condition. And red and white signs identify the location of fire equipment. When entering an area, it's important to make a mental note of the location of these signs, as they not only supply you with basic information, but also the location of fire equipment, safety showers, escape routes, and so forth. Remember that some of these signs are crucial in the event of an emergency. Let's look at Module 1, Green Information Safety Signs. The General Direction Sign. This sign will always be used in conjunction with other green signs and indicate general direction. The arrow can point in any direction, and by following them, they will direct you to stairs, exits, toilets, refuge chambers, and so forth. The Direction to Escape Route signs. These signs indicate the direction of escape routes in case of an emergency. If you need to evacuate a building, follow these signs to an assembly point. The Travelling Way sign. You will find this sign in areas where it is safe for you to walk. Always walk in demarcated areas for your own safety. Signs indicating stairs. Combined with a general direction sign, these signs indicate the direction of stairways. When this sign is combined with the general direction and escape route sign, they indicate the direction of an exit. Always remember, in the event of an emergency, to use stairs and not the lift. The First Aid Equipment sign. This sign indicates the location of first aid equipment. It's very important that you familiarize yourself with the location of first aid equipment. An accident can happen at any time, and knowing where the first aid equipment is could save a person's life. The Manned First Aid Station sign. This sign indicates the location of a doctor or nurse that can assist you. You can visit the first aid station for any medical emergencies or any medical assistance that you might require. This sign indicates a breathing apparatus. In certain areas, especially confined spaces, you will need a breathing apparatus to supply you with air. Do not use a breathing apparatus unless you have received the proper training on how to use it. The eye wash sign. This sign will indicate the location of an eye wash system. It consists of a basin and fresh water. If you accidentally get chemicals or any other substance into your eyes, immediately wash them with copious amounts of water. Remember that after any such incident, you need to visit your local clinic or the medical station on site in order for them to do a full medical checkup. The safety shower sign. This sign indicates the location of a safety shower. If you work in an area where there are any hazardous chemicals present, make sure you know where the safety showers are located. In the event that you accidentally come into contact with chemicals, then follow this procedure. Move directly into an emergency shower and rinse yourself thoroughly. You will need to use copious amounts of water to ensure that all traces of chemical substances are washed off your body. Once again, visit your local clinic or medical station on site for a full medical checkup. The drinking water sign. This sign can be found at taps or a place where water is available and indicates that the water is safe to drink. Under regulations of the OSH Act, every employer must make an adequate supply of drinking water available to his employees. Make sure that after drinking water, you close the tap to conserve water. Water not fit for human consumption will be clearly marked. Watch out for this sign. You should under no circumstances drink this water. The ladies' toilet. This sign indicates the location of toilets for ladies, while this sign indicates where the toilets for men are situated. The electric isolator switch. This sign indicates the location of the electric isolator switch. In case of an emergency that involves electricity, this switch can be used to isolate the flow of electricity to the specific area. The standard lockout and blanking off procedures will apply to all electrical apparatus, all moving machinery, and to any vessel entry or confined space entry as per the relevant OSH Act regulations. The refueling point sign. This sign can be found near any petrol or diesel refueling point. No naked flame or smoking is allowed near these areas, as petrol and diesel are flammable substances. The location of bomb bag. This sign indicates the location of the bomb bag. This bag can be found in a reception area and is used to cover a possible bomb. The wheelchair sign. This sign indicates that the area is accessible or designated for people in wheelchairs in a public area or workplace. If you are not physically disabled, do not make use of these areas. The telephone sign. This sign indicates the location of a telephone at your disposal, while this sign indicates an emergency telephone. In case of an emergency, this phone can be used to get immediate response from an emergency team. Not all companies have this facility. Check with your safety representative if the facility is available and the procedure to follow. The mining industry has many hazardous conditions and therefore has signs specifically for their environment. Let's take a look at them. The refuge chamber sign. This sign indicates the location of a refuge chamber. In case of an emergency, the alarm will sound. Upon hearing this alarm, immediately evacuate to the refuge chamber. Always walk, never run. Inside the refuge chamber, there will be a telephone with the relevant contact numbers, drinking water, as well as first aid equipment, and in some instances, food supplies. Once you've entered the chamber, your team leader will check that everybody in the team is present and contact the relevant people above ground to inform them of the situation. Once the danger has been contained, a proto team will give the all clear and you can exit the chamber. The waiting place sign. The waiting place sign indicates an assembly point underground used to prevent people from entering unsafe areas. You should wait at the assembly point until you are escorted or allowed to enter the area with the rest of your team. This concludes our overview on green safety signs. We suggest you stop the video now for a discussion break. Should you have any questions or need clarification on any of the signs we discussed, please speak to your training officer or safety representative during this break. And after the break, we'll discuss blue safety signs.